So when it comes to creating high quality blog articles for your website, there are only really 3 things that matter. Number 1, generating revenue from these articles, which means getting more leads and clients from them. Number 2, creating quality original content that Google actually wants to rank because it's helpful. And number 3, doing this as fast as possible. The problem is that if you use AI writing tools to create the content for you, it's not going to be original. And if you look at Google's guidelines for creating high quality content, you'll notice that the first question Google asks you to consider is, does the content that you create provide original information, reporting, research, or analysis? And then it goes on to say, does the content provide insightful analysis or interesting information that is beyond the obvious? And then it goes on to say, if the content draws on other sources, which is what most AI writing tools do, does it avoid simply copying or rewriting those sources and instead provide substantial additional value and originality? And you can go and pause this video if you want to read the rest of the guidelines that they've got here. But the point is that even though Google doesn't mind you using AI to help you create content, it still wants to make sure that the content is original and unique, and it has something different to what else is ranking at the top of Google. The other problem though is that if you were to write original, unique content yourself from scratch, that's going to take you a very long time. So what if there was a way to get the best of both worlds? What if you could actually create original, unique content with the help of AI? And what if you could do this in the fastest way possible so that you can create more content to increase the chances that you can rank higher on Google and achieve topical authority? Because we know that the more content you create on a certain topic, the more Google will view you as an authority on that topic. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this video. I'm going to show you the fastest way to create quality blog articles with AI using a new framework that I'm going to cover inside of this video step by step. And I've been using this same framework to create articles for my own blog, and it saved me a ton of time, stress, and headaches. So the first step to do this is to create a first rough draft as quickly as possible. So to do this, like I mentioned, you could create it yourself from scratch, but like I said, that's going to take you forever. So the best way to create a first rough draft as quickly as possible is to use AI writing tools. Now, there's a whole host of different options that you could use. So if you want to go with the cheapest route and use a free AI writing tool, I would recommend going with ChatGPT. Just keep in mind that you will need to make lots of inputs into ChatGPT in order to get your first rough draft. Another good option is to use Surfer. So Surfer is a good option because it will create the whole article for you. The only downside is that Surfer's AI written articles do cost $20 per article. So it's not super expensive, but it is an additional cost that you need to be aware of. Or the third option is that you can use the tool that we've created in order to create SEO-friendly articles at the click of a button. And this is my new AI marketing assistant called Dash, which is short for Digital Ash. And in this AI writing assistant, you'll see we've just released the blog writing assistant, which will create roughly 2,000 word blog articles at the click of a button, following the templates and guidelines and principles that we recommend you follow in order to get the best optimal structure of your blog post. However, as of recording this video, this tool is not currently available to the public, but it is available if you are a client. And if you're not a client yet, you can just click the link in the description of this video to watch my free masterclass training, which goes through how we can help businesses like you get 10, 15, 30 or more high quality appointments every single month. And you can learn more about working together at the end of that video. Now, I don't really care which tool you use. I would recommend just using whatever tool you feel the most comfortable with. So if you want to save the most money, use ChatGPT. If you don't mind spending a bit of money, you can use Surfer. Or if you want something that's kind of in between, you could also get access to this tool for free if you're one of our clients. So I'll be using this tool as an example as I go through this video, but just keep in mind you can use any other AI writing assistant that you prefer. So with this tool, what you need to do is you need to enter the blog title, and then it should create the whole article for you. So the next article on my to-do list to create is called the X Best Lead Magnets for Financial Advisors. So all you need to do is type in the title, hit return, and then it will create the whole article for you with the optimal structure like I already mentioned. So as you see, it's going through and creating the article right now. It adds all the headings, the bullet points, and everything in the right way. So I'm just going to pause this video and resume it once everything's ready. Okay, so it's taken about a minute and it's now finished writing the whole article, as you can see here. So everything is done, and it's even created an FAQ section at the end of the article, which is also helpful. And now that we have the first rough draft of the article, we can move on to step 2. And step 2 is super important if you want to actually increase the chances your AI generated article ranks for any of the keywords you're targeting. And step 2 is to edit the content with your unique thoughts and experiences. So let me show you a real life example of how you can do this. So I have this article here called the best AI lead generation tools. And what you want to do somewhere in the introduction section is explain why people should listen to you. So for example, for this article, I've put, we've tested the top AI lead generation tools to help you generate and convert leads into customers on autopilot. So this shows that we actually have some personal experience. And here's another example for an article called the best financial advisor lead generation strategies. And here you can see it says, for over 10 years, I've helped hundreds of financial advisors successfully generate exclusive leads and appointments and clients online without relying on the channels that you see here. So this again adds some personal experience, and it helps people who land on your article to know why they should listen to you and to make sure that they know they are in the right place and that they don't go back on their web browser and click on another search result. Once you've added the part about your personal experience and why they should listen to you in the introduction of your article, the next thing you need to do is go through the middle of the article, and for the main points, you need to edit the AI article that has been generated and add your own viewpoints, your own unique experiences. For example, when it comes to using this tool, customers.ai, I actually say, here's a screenshot of how we've generated over 4,000 leads using customers.ai from people who visit our website. And you can see there's a screenshot here. So it shows that we actually have some personal experience. And here's another example from Surfer AI. So here at the bottom, you can see that we've optimized this article with Surfer, and I've added a screenshot to show how optimizing my articles with Surfer has increased the traffic on my website. So that's the second thing you need to do. You need to edit the article and just add your unique viewpoints, thoughts, and experiences wherever you can. And if it helps, you can use phrases like in my experience, I've found, my clients, or I recommend, and so on. This again shows Google that you have something original to share on this article, and it will help increase the chances that you rank. The next thing you want to do is optimize the article for conversions. So you don't just want to have a nice written article that sounds good, you actually want to generate some clients from this article. So what you need to do is you need to have call to actions that take people to your sales funnel. And your sales funnel should go through a video that explains how you can help your potential clients and why working with you is better than other alternative solutions. So to do this, I use what's called a video sales letter, and everywhere on my website and in all of my blog posts, I send people to this video sales letter. So you'll see that there's a link here to the sales funnel, there's a link here on the right to the sales funnel. And if you actually go through and read the article, you'll see there's links to the sales funnel everywhere you go. So if you click on one of these links, it will take you to my opt-in page. And then from the opt-in page, after someone opts in, they'll get a copy of the video that I've recorded that goes through how to solve this problem. And you want to do the same thing in all of your articles. You want to have links going to your sales funnel if you want to maximize your conversions. Now, it's really important that you do this because most people, they'll create all these articles and they'll just link to their contact page or a scheduled call page. And even though you can get some appointments and some people reach out to you by doing that, usually only 1% of your website visitors or less will actually fill out a contact form. So if you want to get 10, 15, 20% or more conversions, you need to send people to a sales funnel that gives them some sort of lead magnet, something that provides them with value rather than just getting them to fill out a contact form. And that will significantly increase the amount of leads you generate. And as a result, it will increase the amount of clients that you get from your content as well. Now, if you'd like to learn how to create this sales funnel and how to create the video sales letter, you can just click the link in the description of this video to watch my free masterclass training that goes through how that all works in more detail. I literally take you through all the steps that you need to take in order to get the whole thing up and running And at the end of the video, if you don't want to do any of this yourself, I go through how I can help you do this and help you save time and make fewer mistakes by working with me rather than you having to do everything on your own. But either way, you'll get a lot of value from watching that video. So just click the link in the description of this video to watch the free masterclass training that goes through how it all works in more detail. Now that you've optimized your article for conversions, the next step is to just finish optimizing it for SEO. And to do that, you just want to do things like add internal links to other articles. So you can see we've got a link here going to another article that I've written on what are the best lead generation strategies. You also want to add any images where relevant. So there's a few images in here, as you can see. So add any images just to make the article stand out and look a little bit nicer. For a lot of my images, I'll either use screenshots or I'll use a tool like Canva to get some stock footage that I can use. But the point is you just want to add a few images in there just so that the article isn't just a big wall of text. And if you want to optimize your article and take it a step further, you can use Surfer to also give you a score out of 100 so that you can actually see how well optimized your article is. So here's an article I just created a few days ago on the best content marketing lead generation strategies, and you can see that it has a score of 71 out of 100. And all you need to do is copy and paste your article into Surfer, and Surfer will give you a score out of 100. And all you really need to do is just make sure that it's in the green area, which typically means it has a score of 70 or higher. And it doesn't need to be 100 out of 100. Once it's in the green, that's pretty much all you need to do just to make sure that you're using all the right words, headings, and things like that, just to increase the chances that it does rank for whatever keyword you do want to rank for. And if you followed all the steps so far from this video, you can actually just click on this Insert Terms button, or you can just click on this Auto Optimize button, and then Surfer will automatically optimize your article for you, just to make sure the score is as high as realistically possible. And if you're interested in using Surfer to optimize your articles, just click the link in the description of this video to get a free trial so you can try it out for yourself and see what you think. And then once that's done, the final thing you need to do is just publish it to your blog. And even though this video has just given you an overview on how to create, optimize, and publish your blog post, if you're one of my clients, you can go to week 2 and then go to Google Lead Generation. And I've also published a new video called Create and Publish Your Blog Post, which goes through in a lot more detail how you can do this step by step. The video is actually just over an hour long, as you can see here, and it goes through in more detail what I've basically covered in this video. And I give you some extra frameworks and templates that you can use to save you time. And then once that's done, you just got to go through and actually read the article and just double check everything just to make sure it makes sense and that there are no mistakes. And I often find that coming back to your article maybe a day later and then have a look at it again with a fresh pair of eyes, that can actually be helpful just to make sure that you don't miss any mistakes or just to make sure that everything actually is as good as it possibly can be. So I often find after coming back to my article the next day, there's always some things that I can improve to make it just that little bit better. But the point is, if you follow the whole framework I've gone through in this video, you should be able to create a whole article in just an hour of your time, compared to what in the past it may have taken anywhere from 3 to 7 hours, depending on the complexity of the topic. So this is what I found to be the best of both worlds, to help you be able to create articles as fast as possible, while at the same time making sure the articles are original, unique, and helpful. So now that you've created an article, you might be wondering, what kind of articles do you need to create in order to generate the most leads and clients for your business? Well, instead of targeting really competitive keywords, for example, if I was to target the keyword lead generation, you can see here in Ahrefs that this is a very hard keyword to actually rank for. And if you look at the top websites, you can see there's websites like HubSpot and Salesforce and Search Engine Journal and Oracle, and even Microsoft is in there in the top 10 results. So there's a lot of big websites that are ranking for this term, which makes it difficult for small to medium-sized businesses to rank for these kind of keywords. So what I recommend is, instead of targeting very broad keywords like these, is that you actually niche down and target specific keywords which still have some decent search volume. It might not have thousands of searches each month, but you should be able to get a few hundred searches each month and then create lots of these articles. So for example, with this article I've written here, it's not going to get thousands of views every month. If we look at the traffic, it gets a few hundred visitors every month. But if you create lots of articles like this that all get a few hundred visitors, those few hundred visitors then do add up into thousands of visitors every month. But the beautiful thing about doing it this way is that you can actually rank for these kinds of keywords because there's less competition. So that's why I create a lot of articles that target specific niches. And I recommend that you watch this video right here if you'd like to learn a little bit more about how you can do this in more detail. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.